Hi, friends, and welcome to day 10 of our virtual learning. Today is March 31st, and I'm excited to be here with you guys today. Today, you are going to do a little show what you know. So, I'm going to walk you through some of the steps that Miss McSherry helped you with the last time we did show what you know. Last time, Miss McSherry showed you this document where she went through answering select response questions, and she gave you 4 different steps. So today I'm going to guide you in a quick same 4-step format, just with one of our questions that's going to be on our quiz today. Sound cool? All right. So um, the first step is to read. Today we're going to be reading 2 different passages, but I'm going to read one of them to you. We're going to read Signs in the Sky. And what our step 1 to read told us to do is to read the text, and as you read, you need to think what the text is mostly about or recount what happened, okay? So to yourself, as you're reading, you're like, okay, what just happened here? Do I need to stop and recheck myself? Do I need to stop and reread? Do I understand what's happening right now? So we're going to start by reading Signs in the Sky. Signs in the Sky. Paragraph 1. Today, every news channel has a weather person. They can predict the weather for days or even weeks in advance. The science of meteorology involves using special devices to track weather systems. However, long before people had this kind of technology, they could predict the weather by observing the natural world. For as long as people have grown their own food, they have wanted to predict the weather. Knowing the signs that told of coming rain or storms was important for survival. Over many centuries, human beings learned to watch the sky for signs of coming weather. They even made up special sayings to help them remember the signs. Today, scientists have discovered something fascinating. Some of those old-fashioned sayings were right. So right now would be a nice time to think, do I know what's happening? What's going on in the story? What is this text telling me about? Red sky in the morning, sailors take warning. Red sky at night, sailors delight. Paragraph 3. This is a weather saying that is at least half right. Storm systems usually move from west to east. A red sunset in the west usually means that a high pressure system or dry weather is coming. Sunrises, on the other hand, can be red for a variety of reasons. Today, weather satellites track the movement of storms, but it is still fun to remember the old saying. Another checking point, do I know what's going on? Am I understanding what the text is telling me? Stop and think. If you don't know, let's go back, rewind me, and let's reread. I'm going to keep going. Ring around the moon, rain's coming soon. Sometimes the moon appears to have a ring around it. This occurs when there are high clouds in the sky that contain water and ice. When the moonlight shines through the tiny pieces of ice, a halo appears. That same water and ice can soon fall as rain. This old saying is another one that rings true. We have a picture here. It says storm clouds like these can bring wind and rain. When clouds appear like rock and towers, the earth's refreshed with frequent showers. Paragraph 5. Have you ever seen clouds that look thin and spread out? These are called cumulus clouds and rarely carry rain. Other clouds are called cumulonimbus clouds. Everybody stop and say cumulonimbus. Strong winds cause these clouds to grow tall like tower. Heavy rain in the cloud makes them look dark like rocks. These clouds almost always bring storms. Another stopping point. Stop, think. What have I learned so far? Am I understanding everything that it's telling me? If not, go back and reread. Today, we have all kinds of technology to predict the weather. Weather satellites travel into space, and weather software tracks storm patterns. But if all else fails, just look at the sky. The signs are out there. Right now, I'm looking outside at my sky and it is blue and sunny, so I think that the weather is going to be nice today, but tomorrow, maybe not. All right, after I've read the text, I'm done reading. I've thought through, I've got a pretty good understanding of what that story was all about. It was telling me all about predictions and the weather and how looking at the sky for signs can really help us in determining what the weather is going to be like. It also gave me some old sayings that told me about them. So now I need to go to the questions. It says read the questions. Read the question. What are the key words in the question that I can go find in the text? I have this magnifying glass here because we want to look for 1, 2 words that we know we can go back in the text and find. And then we want to think to ourselves, what is this question asking me? What is this question wanting me to do? What is it wanting? Do I need to go somewhere? Do I need to think about it? Do I need to go find it in the text? Yes. So our first question on our form says, based on paragraph 1 of Signs in the Sky, what does observing mean? So right now, all I'm looking for is keywords in the question and what the question is wanting me to do. So let's think. Based on paragraph 1, where does it want us to go when we go to the text? Paragraph 1 of our story, Signs in the Sky, then it's saying, what does observing mean? So I need to go back to this word. So my keywords, observing mean. I'm going back to find that word observing, and I need to find what it means. What is the meaning of the word observing? And I'm going to find this information in paragraph 1. That's all I need to do for this step. Now, go back to the text. Find the part of the text that is in the question and reread it. This is key. You have to go back and reread. If you don't go back and reread, are you going to get the answers right? Probably not. Get your brain answer ready. So I want you to come up with an answer in your brain that you think might be an answer choice A, B, C, or D. So let's practice this one. All right, we're going to reread what paragraph? Paragraph 1. We're looking for that word observing. I've already got it highlighted for you, but when you're working on your own, you need to go find that word. Let's reread. Today, every news channel has a weather person. I've seen them before. They can predict the weather for days or even weeks in advance. The science of meteorology involves using special devices to track weather systems. However, long before people had this kind of technology, they could predict the weather by observing the natural world. So, what are you thinking this word observing might mean? It's talking about the weather and how they used to have we now have special devices to track the weather, but before we had technology, people could figure out the weather by doing something to the natural world. I'm going back to my text and thinking, it was all about looking where? Looking out at the sky, right? So I'm thinking that observing might mean to look or to see or to watch things happen right outside your window or walk outside. That's my brain answer. I'm sticking to it. My brain just did some hard work. Now, I need to go back to the question. It says, read and think about all answer choices. So if I read A and I think it's A, can I just circle it and pick that one and be done? No, you need to read A, B, C, and D. Then you choose the answer that best matches your brain's answer. So my brain answer was to look, to see, to watch. I'm looking for something that kind of goes with my brain. Let's go see our answer choices. All right, what do we think observing means? Guessing about. They could predict the weather by guessing the natural world. Does that really make sense? I mean, I guess it is kind of a guess, but I think that that's what a prediction is, right? That a prediction is a guess, an educated guess about something. Paying attention to. They could predict the weather by paying attention to the natural world. If you're looking or watching something, are you paying attention to it? Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to give it a little star if I can. I don't know if I can. Well, if you're working in your book, put a little thinking dot right here. I kind of like this one. Talking about. Let's fill it in. They could predict the weather by talking about the natural world. Is it good to just go talk about it? No, they had to do something. They had to look, they had to see, they had to watch, right? That was my brain answer. Does this one match my brain answer? Not so much. Taking care of. Let's go fill it in. I'm going to substitute. They could predict the weather by taking care of the natural world. Was it all about going outside and taking care and picking up garbage and doing my nice deed to the community? Was that what the text was all about? No, I don't think so. I think my best answer here, the one that matches my brain answer, is B, paying attention to. So in your form, I have answered number 1 for you. I've helped you. We've come to our answer. It matches our brain, and I think I'm going to get it right. So on your form, go ahead and click that button, and then you're going to go, my cat, crazy. You're going to go back to your form and answer the rest of your questions using these steps. I'm going to post this photo in our assignment for today so that you can refer back to this if you want to remember the steps. They go step 1, step 2, step 3, and step 4. I wish all of you luck, and I can't wait to see your awesome answers and all your hard work. I hope you have a good day.